No Germany staring at a battered Britain, but then realizing they can't cross the English Channel. The English Channel really was kind of just like a line written in the sand, but for some reason they couldn't pass it. A BuzzFeed article from the year 1220 AD. 4 of Genghis Khan's wives that are couple goals. Khan is said to have slept with over 1 million women, but here's our favorite. Thanks, BuzzFeed. I love how this website has consistently written useless articles for like 1,000 years. Germany, why are we running out of resources? We only make practical weapons. Also, Germany. Yeah, what the hell is even that? I've seen like dudes riding around this in a lot of old WWII footage though. It seems kind of pointless, but visually it slaps. Britain in British history, Britain in American and Australian history, Britain in Asian history, and finally Britain in African history. It pretty much just keeps getting worse and worse the further away you go from the island. It's almost like this was their plan all along. The British are coming! We are the British, you frickin' idiot. Go back to bed. Oh yeah, I didn't actually think about that. You think there were actually people in their house that was just pissed this dude was waking everyone up, just laying in bed like, yeah, no shit, Paul Revere, that's just George coming back from being plastered all night. Actors playing historical figures versus actual historical figures. It's weird how sexy they be getting once you put them in front of a cinematic camera. It must have something to do with the lens. Me wanting to know more about the Iroquois because I think Native Americans are cool versus learning what they did to captive prisoners. Oh boy, let me guess. They were chopping off some sort of body part. If you think that's crazy, just look up the Comanche. Red plus yellow equals orange. Yeah, that makes sense. Blue plus red equals purple. I could see that. Lenin spoke English with an Irish accent. What the frick? So I'm assuming whoever taught him English must have been Irish, or he was watching a lot of Irish daytime soap operas. Isn't this similar to the way people from India speak with a British accent instead of an American one? So I guess in order to learn English, he hired an Irish tutor, and that's why this happened. Girls after discovering the multiverse. I'm you from another reality. OMG. Boys after discovering the multiverse. We finally discovered a dimension where instead of 8-season Game of Thrones, we get 8-season Rome. I think that was meant to rhyme. How do we know in this dimension if ancient Rome is around for longer, or is there just some HBO-produced Rome TV show that probably is gonna have a terrible ending as well? Clay tablets when you burn down a Mesopotamian city in an attempt to erase its memory from existence. Oh wait, it actually just becomes immortal. It turns out burning clay tablets just makes them hard and preserved for a lot longer. Let's hope they never do this to our browser history. When you, an up-and-coming star from Mississippi, agree to have the press take pictures of you getting a polio vaccine and subsequently cause immunization levels in the USA to rise from 0.6 to 80%. And it all happened in the span of 6 months. My grandma is in love with Elvis Presley. If there was ever any merchandise with his face on it, she likely has it. This dude definitely left an impact. The CIA helping the FBI take down the cartels while also assisting the cartels in trafficking. They was literally playing chess against themselves the entire time. What a tactic. Does the CIA even know what the CIA does? The British, after arriving in new lands and looking for precious artifacts to take back to the British Museum. Gotta keep filling that sucker up. They were the first ones to implement the famous 5-finger discount. If I put 5 fingers on it, I can take it. Indians, according to 19th century British officials. All right, yeah, that's messed up. Indians, according to the 18th century British officials. Wait, what the hell is going on here? I'm assuming this has something to do with why they took it all over at first. They're like, oh yeah, these Indian people, pretty cool. Let's take them over. And a couple decades later, oh, these Indian people, they're not pretty cool. We shouldn't have took them over. Let's rule with an iron fist. I'm a pig made of delicious pork meat. Will you eat me? No. This is post 1000 BC. Apparently, there are claims that pork was already on the decline at this time. Historians don't know why, but they're starting to figure this out. When you're a woman living in Iran in the 1970s and can't wait to keep wearing Western-style clothes for the foreseeable future. Oh, this hurts. I've seen so many old videos of Iran back in those days. It looks really nice, and unfortunately, this ain't the only place it happened to. Theodore Roosevelt is passing progressive laws as governor of New York. Panic. You make him the vice president for William McKinley, so he can't pass policies anymore. Calm. McKinley is assassinated. Roosevelt becomes president and starts passing progressive laws in federal level. Oh no, that backfired. Problem is you can't assassinate him either. He'll just keep on going, even in the middle of a speech. Rome staring at Greece, trying to do everything they did. Oh, also Napoleonic France, Ottoman Empire, Grand Duchy of Moscow, Serbia, Greece again. They also out here doing the same impersonation. They just think they're copying Rome, but in reality, they're really copying the daddy of them all. White people know like spice, lel. Thanks, Twitter person. But explain this. Literally captured almost the entire globe just to get this item. It's about time the truth was finally revealed. These people loved it so much, they would actually kill for it. That's what they were doing. I know there's like a lot of truth to this stereotype, obviously, but have these Twitter people never met a single person from Louisiana? This is a different breed out there. Welcome to the Andes Mountains! Uruguayan Air Force Flight 571 passengers realizing they're going to have to eat co-pilot casserole in order to survive. This good soup. I've literally been addicted to this show called Air Disasters. I've like watched so many episodes. I haven't heard about this one yet. I guess after this crash, the only thing on the menu was man flesh. The year is 1872. The USA says, here's my national sport. Your national sport, says Japan? I already know where this is going. Takes baseball and looks at it for a second. My national sport. Japan literally jacked us. We don't even really watch baseball anymore. Isn't that the third most popular sport now? It's like football, basketball, and then baseball in the States. And then there's Japan that's just still worshiping it. I think we literally traded baseball for anime. This Roman looking at the Persian Empire saying, mine, goes over with a little army. They're running away, lol. That's how cool we are. Wait, why are they just standing? Dunk, dunk, dunk. Okay, that didn't exactly go as planned. Yeah, Rome never touched too much of Persia, huh? Didn't really work out.
This is my house.
This is my empire. Entry, please.
He's
my neighbor. Okay, yes. We just learned about that.
I get a window from a glass.
I expand.
Oh. I get a step. He must
I invade our. Oh.
I get a cloak radio. He cannot afford.
Oh.
Great success.
They did not survive Arab invasion, but Rome also just wouldn't survive in general, so. Allies lands one troop in Italy. Mussolini immediately out the window. Well, luckily, he wasn't going to be able to escape for much longer. Pizza Man had to pay. The Great War happening while France enjoying a period of cultural and intellectual innovations. They were enjoying this period. Unfortunately, it was going to end pretty rough. Oh man, if you thought the Great War was bad, just wait till you see the sequel, France. Who's that Pokemon? It's Diglett! The Byzantine Empire. Oh. Dude, why do you have to remind us all of this? We were so close to greatness. Iran during the 1100s, we are a prosperous Islamic nation exploring science and literature. Iran starting in 1219. Frick you, Mongolians. Yeah, there was gonna be a lot of people that were saying this same exact phrase. Pretty much all of Asia, and even a little bit of Europe. India asking America to help them deal with the communist invasion. USA, no, you're too soft on communism. India, USSR, help defend myself against the communist invasion. USSR, okay, let's be allies. Who would have thought? If I, one of only 2 superpowers in the world, says no, then you're just gonna ask the other person and they're gonna say yes? I don't know what the hell this is saying, but this is art. This needs no further explanation. I just really wanted to show this off. Benito is into cat girls. Marrying your cousin. All of the Spanish Habsburgs. Oh yeah, and I gotta admit, it is not easy to not press that red button. It is just a giant, really appealing big red button sometimes. The Poles during WWII when they spot some random bear. You'll be a soldier. I mean, why not though? Why are we making fun of them? I would make a bear a soldier too. The Soviets were literally making dog soldiers. They were just like anti-tank though. When people say good morning, they mean hello. When people say how are you, they mean hello. When people say history is not worth studying, they mean I am a person not worth talking to. I will admit though, these people are fun to take advantage of. When I come across someone like this, I'm like, hey, let's role play an old Roman scene. You'll be Julius Caesar and I'll be Brutus. Germans, we captured your son and are willing to negotiate his safe return. Stalin stares at him for a second and proceeds to just start laughing. This man doesn't give a crap. Aw, you really thought you did something, huh? USA uses gunboat diplomacy to open Japanese ports. Japan uses gunboat diplomacy to open Korean ports. Not bad, kid. They use the line, open the country, stop having it be closed, and that's all you really need. Countries declaring war on the Axis in 1945, just for the benefits. The allies that had been fighting them since 39 to 41. Oh, now you want to get in on it. Now that we about to win, you just want to jump on the bandwagon. I see you, I see you. Hilter thinking the British are going to try to assassinate him. The British planning to sneak estrogen into his food and turn him into a woman. Do they really think that was gonna work? That would be hilarious. He just comes out to give a speech one time and he's looking super hot. I don't think I should actually say that. Yeah, sometimes I like to just change my shirt randomly in the middle of the video just to keep you guys on your toes. Walt Disney, 2 dogs eating spaghetti isn't romantic. We're not having that in the film. Frank Thomas animates the entire thing to convince him. And it was as simple as that. Sometimes you just gotta grab the bull by its horns. South Korea and the Philippines saying, we don't really have a lot in common. We also don't really have much shared history, except for that one time Japan tried to control us. But what we do know is that no one loves the USA more than us. Giggle giggles. Settle down, girls. USA is literally the senpai. Wait, am I supposed to be using Japanese terms for the... that's probably not right. Most countries when the Brits left them alone versus Poland when the Brits left them alone. This was like the one time where they really needed the Brits. The first time maybe ever, possibly. And they were nowhere to be found. 10-year-old me, after learning about what happened in WW2 for the first time. Wait, what? Adolf? Stalin? Mustaches? I didn't even know WW2 was real. I'd only heard about it in movies, and it just sounded so crazy. I'm like, ah, this must be made up. Some sort of shared lore that all these stories have. I thought WW2 was like the modern-day version of Troy or the Odyssey, just some like Greek poem. No, German fugitives saw this and were like, heart emoji. Wow, so beautiful. I think I'm gonna take a vacation there for the rest of my life. American colonists dodging British taxation. This wasn't even us at our full power level. Just wait till we declare war. George H.W. Bush vomits on this, isn't that the Prime Minister of Japan back in the day? On his lap. The people of Japan coining the term Bushirudu, which literally means to do the Bush thing. Everyone's just laughing at him now. Didn't know that left that much of an impact. You can see there was like clearly a problem with him. Like, he's just passing out. Did he do it yet? Oh, he must have. Wow, is this guy not even phased? I didn't even know this event happened until like 2 years ago. Or did it happen yet? How is everyone just kind of acting all normal? Like, why isn't the music cutting out? This dude. All right, people, calm down, calm down. All right. Okay, yeah, that seems kind of terrifying. Germany and the German armed forces moving completely around the border of France and just going straight into Belgium. Why waste the time to travel through here when there's this little shortcut? Europe's speed bump. If I have to hear one more time that you did this for the civilization, I did it for the golds, and I liked it. I was good at it. I was in debt to Genoa. Wait, were they really? Spain was in debt to Genoa? That's true, though. They were pretty good at it, at the expense of almost all of Latin America. Just one more episode, just one more page. Just one more piece, just one more civil war. I know it's kind of an overstatement, but it really was just this throughout Chinese history. They were together and they broke up, and they were together and they broke up, and they just repeated the cycle. Spain and Britain watching, the French setting up a pro-French regimen as Mexico sits atop the high ground. I wonder how this is gonna go. Even after they were told, don't try it, they still tried it. And big thanks to the October patrons, Majestic Unicorn, Papi Druwu, I Love Marks, Drew's Thick Breaks and Girlfriend, Drew's Argentinian Grandpa, AryanAfterHours, BringBackPolandball,
Alfonso
M6,
Barnsky W,
Dalton D,
Full Send Nic,
Ivan Lima,
Jesse C,
LuxembourgLover,
Max Cooper,
McBlorf, Mind Brothers 999X, and Stormtrooper 501. Thank you.